friends. Warm welcome to interactive quiz on Jawaharlal Nehru. Question number 1. Before involving in freedom struggle, Nehru wanted to become an advocate like his father Motilal Nehru. He had even enrolled at the Allahabad High Court after graduating from which prestigious college in 1910? Correct. Trinity College. Nehru went to Trinity College, Cambridge in October 1907 and graduated with an honours degree in natural science in 1910. Over to the second question. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was always seen with a red rose pinned to his coat, and this practice was started in 1938. Why? Absolutely right. Tribute to his wife, Mrs. Kamala Nehru, who passed away in 1938 after a prolonged illness. Now over to question number 3. Which famous Keralite accompanied Nehru when he visited Spain to support the Republicans who were fighting against the regime of General Franco? Right answer, V.K. Krishna Menon. V.K. Krishna Menon was an Indian politician, non-career diplomat and nationalist. He was described by some as the second most powerful man in India after his ally, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru. Over to question number 4. Jawaharlal Nehru wrote his popular book, The Discovery of India, while he was imprisoned at which fort in Maharashtra? You are right. Ahmednagar Fort. Jawaharlal Nehru wrote the book The Discovery of India during his imprisonment at Ahmednagar Fort for participating in the Quit India movement that happened from 1942 to 1946. Question number 5. Which 2000 film features Nehru's famous speech Tryst with Destiny in the background, providing the audience a timeline of the happenings in the movie? Right answer, Hey Ram. Tryst with Destiny was a speech in English delivered by Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India, to the Indian Constituent Assembly in the Parliament on the eve of India's independence towards midnight on 14th August 1947. It spoke on the aspects that transcend India's history. It is considered to be one of the greatest speeches of the 20th century and to be a landmark oration that captures the essence of the triumphant culmination of the Indian independence struggle against the British Empire in India. Over to the next question, question number 6. Which legendary Indian director is famous for his 53-episode television series Bharat A Coach, based on the discovery of India, first broadcast in 1988 on state-run Doordarshan channel? Answer: Shyam Benegal. Made for Doordarshan audiences in the early days of government programming, the monumental dramatization of Jawaharlal Nehru's The Discovery of India, directed by Shyam Benegal, remains the most ambitious adaptation of Indian history to ever appear on screen. Over to question number 7. Nehru's Glimpses of World History was inspired by a book named The Outline of History, which was first published as a single volume in 1920. Who is the author of this book, best known for his novels in a different genre? Absolutely right. It is H.G. Wells, best known for his science fiction novels. Glimpses of World History, a book published by Jawaharlal Nehru in 1934, is a panoramic sweep of the history of humankind. It is a collection of 196 letters on world history written between 1930 to 1933 from various prisons in British India such as Naini and Bareilly prisons. Nehru stated in his preface that the outline of history by H.G. Wells was a major influence on the work. Over to question number 8. Before Freedom, Nehru's letter to his sister 1909 to 1947 is a collection of letters written by Jawaharlal Nehru between 1909 and 1947 to his sister, affectionately referred to as Nan. Who is the sister mentioned in the title of the work? Absolutely right. That is Vijayalakshmi Pandit. Vijayalakshmi Pandit was an Indian diplomat and politician who was elected as the first female president of the United Nations General Assembly. Hailing from a prominent political family, her brother Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of independent India. Pandit was sent to London as India's most important diplomat after serving as Nehru's envoy to the Soviet Union, the United States and the United Nations. Her time in London offers insight into the wider context of changes in Indo-British relations. A High Commissionership was a microcosm of intergovernmental relations. Now to the next question, question number 9. Which Indian newspaper published by the Associated Journals Limited was founded by Jawaharlal Nehru in 1938? answer, the National Herald. The National Herald is an Indian newspaper published by the Associated Journals Limited and owned by Young India Limited, a company by Indian National Congress. It was founded by India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru in 1938 as a tool to win independence. Over to question number 10. Letters from a Father to His Daughter was written by Nehru in English, but they were translated into Hindi by the famous novelist under the name Pita ke Patra Putri ke Naam. Who is the novelist? Wonderful! Munshi Premchand. Letter from a Father to His Daughter is a collection of 30 letters written by Jawaharlal Nehru in 1928 to his daughter Indira Gandhi when she was 10 years old. The letters were education pieces on the subject of natural and human history. The book is translated in Hindi by greatest author of all time, Premchand. Over to question number 11. In which Swiss city did Kamala Nehru die from tuberculosis? She was frequently ill and was taken to Switzerland for treatment. And you have a clue. The city hosted the 2020 Winter Youth Olympics. Absolutely right, Lausanne. Kamala died from tuberculosis in Lausanne, Switzerland on 20th February 1936 with a daughter and mother-in-law by her side. Over to question number 12. Which Australian diplomat authored an acclaimed biography of Jawaharlal Nehru titled Nehru, A Contemporary's Estimate, published in 1966? Right answer, Walter Crocker. Nehru, A Contemporary's Estimate is a 1966 book written by Walter Crocker and published by Oxford University Press. It is a biography of Jawaharlal Nehru. The book was originally published with a foreword by Arnold Toynbee. It has been reprinted in 2000 by Random House India with a new foreword by Ramachandra Guha. Crocker had served as the Australian High Commissioner to India between 1952 and 1955 and again from 1958 to 1962. This gave him a privileged opportunity to study Nehru. Over to question number 13. Which former Burmese diplomat and the third Secretary General of United Nations was the first recipient of the Jawaharlal Nehru Award instituted in 1965? You're right, you thought. President Radhakrishnan presented the first Jawaharlal Nehru Award to the UN Secretary General, U Thant, for his outstanding contribution to the promotion of international understanding and friendship among peoples of the world before a distinguished gathering at an impressive ceremony at Vijayan Bhavan. Now to question number 14. As a part of the Purna Swaraj Declaration, the flag of India was hoisted by Jawaharlal Nehru on 31st December 1929 on the banks of which river in Lahore? Right answer, Ravi. The Purna Swaraj Declaration or Declaration of the Independence of India was promulgated by the Indian National Congress on 26 January 1930, resolving the Congress and Indian nationalists to fight for Purna Swaraj or complete self-rule independent of the British Empire. The flag of India was hoisted by Jawaharlal Nehru on 31st December 1929 on the banks of Ravi River in Lahore, modern-day Pakistan. The Congress asked the people of India to observe 26th of January as Independence Day. The flag of India was hoisted publicly across India by Congress volunteers, nationalists and the public. Now to the last question, question number 15. Which country won the inaugural edition of the Nehru Cup 1982, beating China in the final held at Calcutta? Right answer, that's Uruguay. The Nehru Cup was an international association football tournament organized by the All India Football Federation, named after the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru. Dear friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Catch you soon with yet another exciting episode of English Time with Mithu Timothy. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye for now.